Hello everyone, hope you're all doing as well as possible. This video contains mentions of child abuse, homophobia, and rigid gender roles. References to the traditional male-female binary are in context, and this does not reflect my own views on gender. So, a question I get asked a lot is, does religious fundamentalism hurt boys and men? If you had asked me this when I first got out, I would have said, hell no. They're the ones who do the hurting. But that was then. I've been out for 12 years. That's 12 years of listening to a lot of stories by both male and female survivors. 12 years of learning, growing, and maturing. And now my answer is yes. Fundamentalism can hurt boys and men. The accurate way to say it is that there are certain types of men who benefit from fundamentalism. Disabled and queer men are not on the list, as well as really anything perceived as gender non-conforming. I've heard of situations where a guy enjoyed playing like classical piano or classical violin or whatever, and they got flack from their families because apparently that is an effeminate hobby. Yeah, tell that to Beethoven. Anyway, another way fundamentalism can hurt men is the lack of educational opportunity. We hear about this in the context of girls, but in extreme communities like the IBLP, it isn't just the girls who aren't allowed to go to college. Jill Duggar Dillard talked about that in her memoir, Counting the Cost. I will link my discussion on her book down below, as well as the playlist, like I always do. College is seen as kind of a den of iniquity for boys and girls alike. The ideal life path for girls is wife and mother, and for boys to start their own business or work for other men in the community within very limited avenues. So, if there's a young man who wants to do something that would require a lot of schooling, like being a doctor or a lawyer or a professor, he might face opposition from his parents, especially if he is open to the idea of leaving the community and living somewhere else or whatnot, even if he plans to go to a Christian school. Purity culture can also hurt men. I've seen some stories from men who said that they felt ashamed of having normal adolescent feelings, just like females struggle with that. The lack of understanding of what is normal / healthy schmexuality and whatnot is a huge problem for all the teenagers in this community, not just the girls. And with teenage boys, this can go in one of two directions. They can turn out to be decent men struggling with a ton of emotional and schmexual baggage, or they can turn into predators. So, all that to say, yes, fundamentalism hurts boys and men. Fundamentalism hurts everyone. Extreme gender roles hurt everyone. Patriarchy hurts everyone. That's why we need to destroy it. All right, thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and hit the thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Like you try. Bye.